Hello, welcome back to the show. Nicole Holland here with my friend Calvin Correli. He's the CEO of a holistically focused software company and is passionate about helping online business owners do exactly what brings them the most joy while taking all of the tech headaches away. He does that through his online software called Simplero. Simplero does everything you need from email marketing, automation, billing, landing pages, membership, course portals, affiliate management, and more. And it is a all-in-one solution that allows you to deliver the right content to the right people at the right time. It's easy and fun to use, lets you focus on doing the things that you like to do most. And Calvin, welcome back to the show. I'm excited to share with my audience more about Simplero because since the last time you were here, there's been like major, massive upgrades and like it's a whole new world. So thank you for coming back.
Thank you, Nicole. What an intro. Thank you so much. It's great to see you again.
Awesome. So before we dive into the platform, can you first let us know, let my audience know who is Simplero for? Who is it not for? Because I want to make sure that, before people get into this, that they're aware, okay, he's talking to me, number one. And also I want to mention number two, we are doing this via video. So if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, come on over to the NicoleHollandShow.com because we're going to be doing some screen demoing. So you're actually going to get to see behind the scenes of what Simplero looks like as a user. So, okay, Calvin, who's it for, who's it not for, and all the things?
Right. Simplero is for the people who care about the results. It's for the online entrepreneur who cares about doing the things that move the needle so that they can, get customers, make a difference to their customers, get stuff done, and then go home and be with their family or their kids or their loved ones or play the guitar or whatever they care about doing. It's not for the people who are like, oh, I need like the latest scammy marketing tactic or the latest like shiny object kind of thing. It's not for the people. It's not for the people who don't want to put in the work. You're creating a business. You got to invest in yourself and in that. But if that's you, willing to invest and willing to do what actually works and focus on what you're trying to achieve, we're going to be your partner. We are your allies in that journey, and we've been through that journey ourselves, so we can support you in that. It's what we love to do.
Awesome. So it's an all-in-one solution that takes care of email, that takes care of website, that takes care of landing pages and all of the things. Can you tell me though, before we really get into it further, why did you create this in the first place?
I created it because I was looking for a good software solution for myself. I started teaching online marketing and kind of this spiritual approach to entrepreneurship where what you're doing is connected to what you feel like your purpose here on earth is, and that you're willing to look into yourself when you're facing challenges. You're not just trying to solve everything out there. You kind of turn the eyes inwards and figure out what is it in me that needs to change so that I can get the result. Like, who do I need to become so that I getting the results that I want are easy, right? That's what I'm always asking for. That's what we're about here. And that I started teaching these principles way back, and I didn't like the software that was out there. So I started building my own, and just piece by piece by piece, it turned into Simplero.
Fantastic. Okay. So where do you want to begin? Because actually, I'm going to ask, can we begin with email? Because I feel like that's one of the most confusing things for people is who do I go with for email? And I think that a lot of times people go with the email provider that they've heard about because of who they're associated with. And there's like a gazillion email providers out there. And one of the things that I really appreciate about Simplero, because I am a customer, is that it's not just email. However, it's flexible. So if people are really primarily looking for email, you have a plan that allows them to, at a very affordable rate, manage their email and some more stuff. And then you also have other things that people who are, as they're growing their business, may really want to tap into, such as the shopping cart. It's included.
Mm-hmm.
You can have products, you can have courses, you can have membership sites, you can have your website, you can have all these different things.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
as a point of entry, can we start with email? Like, what makes
Yeah.
Simplero different? Or can we even show, oh, the automations are amazing. Can we show people about that and talk about that?
Yeah. So the philosophy that we always teach people, the way to start a business like this, an online training business, education course business, you want to start by building your audience. So building your list, basically, right? And then you figure out, you ask the people in your list, hey, what do you want to learn about? And then uh, you write the copy for that, and you just put up a sales page and ask people to buy. And if they buy, then you can start actually making the course. You need to know that you can solve their problem, but don't create the course until you've actually sold it. So our plans kind of follow that trajectory. The cheapest plan starts with just the email and the website and automation and all of these things, but you can't yet sell stuff, but you can start to build your list. So we call it build, that plan. One major thing that it includes that I haven't seen anywhere else is that, like, your website. So you literally don't need, WordPress or any of that stuff. Everybody who's moved their site from something like WordPress to Simplero, they're just loving it. Like, so happy to be rid of WordPress, which tends to be a confusing thing for most people, including myself. I'm so glad to be off of WordPress for my personal site. So yeah, that's the. And the thing with your website too is, like, really what you need is like the simplest thing possible, because the only purpose of your website is to get people to give you their email address, right? So all of that.
Can you also show us this, like the website aspect?
Yeah, you want me to screen share here?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, sure.
And again, for folks listening, if you go to the NicoleHollandshow.com, you'll be able to see our screen sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see here. Actually, I can show this here. Right here is our Simplero website. So if you go to simplero.com, this is what you see. And this website is actually built in Simplero. So because I'm logged in and have access, I can go here and click Edit Page. And the way it works is quite simply. Now, my screen is a little small here. I wonder what happens with the Zoom if I make it bigger. There we go. So you have these sections one after the other, and then you just go in here, the hero section here. Every leader needs a Nicole, for example. Then, if I could spell your name, then that's what the copy says right there. You add new sections here. We have a bunch of different sections that you can choose from: pricing table, all kinds of different sections. So, and especially what we always do, since we just launched the site, we created some sections that are really useful for any business. Like this section with the numbers helps show authority, that you know what you're talking about. That's a good thing for you to do in your business. This section shows what our commitment is. That's a good thing for you to do with your customers in your business. What do you commit to with your customers? So yeah, that's essentially what that looks like. You just add I'm going to lose my changes. I'm not going to save this right now, but then you add the different pages and, the navigation and all these things. So I can show you my personal website looks like this. Like I said, also a Simplero site. You got a blog, you got, all the pages that you want. Yeah, that's what that looks like. What do you want to know?
Very cool. So, and as you hovered over, it was not in English. You also support a number of different languages, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. There's this like little notice. I don't know why I'm set to Danish right now. Maybe I've been testing something, but because I don't usually have my language set to Danish. But yes, the admin interface is not translated that's in English, but everything that your customer is going to see is going to be available in both in Danish, because that's where I'm from, Norwegian, Spanish, French. We have a number of languages that are supported, and if you want another language, we'll figure it out. They're mostly crowdsourced, so
Awesome.
can add them.
Very cool. And then did you want to also kind of show us how the email, like, I mean, this is really your time to show off and shine on Simplero, because I feel like, I mean, I've had a few different email providers, and most recently before moving to you guys, I was on Infusionsoft, and
Mm-hmm.
I got frustrated and stressed out all the time. It's been a long time, but it's like things wouldn't work for me, things wouldn't fire, and then like trying to deal with their customer service in they used at least at the time, like they would send you gifts, and it's like, okay, this isn't helping, I need like human words.
Mm.
Anyways, it was a huge relief both emotionally and on my wallet when I moved over. And so one of the things that was super well, a couple of the things I think that really attracted me to Infusionsoft, which I wasn't seeing in many other places at the time, were the automations. And you guys do that so nicely. And also, the affiliate tracking. And that's
Mhm.
something where I think a lot of people want to have affiliate tracking and they're not sure how to go about it, and they look for different solutions. And so you guys have all of that inside. Can you tour us around on those things, and maybe then even into the products and membership or courses or whatever you feel is the best way to really show off Simplero?
Yeah, let's have a shot at it. So jumping back in here, this is my own personal account that I used to play around with. I'm not really doing anything seriously, but the first thing that you want to do with your list is you want to get people subscribed to it. So I have on my site, I have this modal pop-up. So we have this, you can edit that however you want. There's a bunch of templates. You can customize this modal pop-up. You can set it to show on exit intent, which is only desktops, or when people scroll the page, or a certain time, and all these things. And then you can add that to your Simplero site very easily. But if you happen to have your website somewhere else, it's also like you just drop it in and it just works. And now you're starting to collect leads. So there's that part. Once you want to go send emails, we keep that pretty darn simple. So you got your subject for your new email. That's pretty much it. You write your copy. So we keep the email copy very simple. We don't have like fancy graphic templates. And the reason why is that this is what converts, right? This is what works. Your thing is like interviews that convert, blogs, interviews that convert. We care about what is going to make a difference to people. So these simple emails are the ones that get opened. They're the ones that people read. They're the ones they click at. You basically just send it to your list. Do I have here's my newsletter. You can also use tags and segments and all these things, but usually you just want to send it to your list. Boom, that's it. That's very, very simple there. Something that you can do, we just did a fun campaign here for Black Friday. That's a good example of the kinds of things you can do, which is everybody, we send a list, an email to our newsletter asking people if they wanted if they're interested in the Black Friday sale. And if they were, we would put them on this list. I'm not going to just like switch back so you're not showing people's emails and stuff. But then they got on this special list, and then we would send, every time they bought something, well, we set it up actually so that the email would have a, I want in or I don't want in link. So if they said no, then they wouldn't hear a thing about Black Friday again. If they said yes, they would be put on the special list, and then they would hear a lot about Black Fridays. And if they didn't click anything again at all, we'd send them a couple more emails offering to get on the Black Friday sale list. And so for that, we had some automations going. So if they say yes, then we basically add a tag, wait for 5 minutes, and then send them an email. So we added this 5-minute wait so that if they clicked one and then immediately clicked the other, there was a little bit of a kind of fail-safe right there. So similar if they click no, just like mirror images of each other. But the bottom line is that now they get a tag that says no, and they get an email that says, all right, that's good. We've recorded that. You said no.
So before you move on, let's just stay on this page.
Are you talking? Because like,
oh,
what did you say?
Can you not hear me?
I couldn't hear you. Now I can.
Okay. Now you can. Okay. I was going to say, let's stay on that page for a moment, please. So, because I wanted to just point a couple of things out that I find really awesome.
I'm going to switch to the yes one because that's more fun. But
okay.
Yes, we can stay on the yes one.
Okay. So one of the things that you mentioned is that it's like the same thing. So in each one of these, so you've got a templated email in stage 6 there, and you've got the tags and all of that. So you have this whole workflow, and at the top it says duplicate. So people can, like, if they set up a launch sequence, for example, and they can duplicate that for additional launches, or like an affiliate launch campaign or something like that, and then just change out the content, change out the tags, change out the emails that are going out, but they already have the workflow created.
Correct.
I love that. And then another thing that that I was thinking about, can we go back to the page where it showed the email, like you had added, you wrote your email, you added the list, you added the
this one you're talking about?
Yes. So something I really enjoy here, you don't have an actual body, which we can see right now. So now you're going to, can you make a body with like a link? Oh yeah, there you go. It's inserting some cool stuff.
I'm not sure this is the right URL. All right, there you go.
Okay, cool. So, and then so now something I really appreciate here is at the bottom where it says links, there's that, yes, you know where I'm going with this, right? Perfect. Okay.
So, well, you tell me, what do you?
Okay. So what I really love is the triggers, the adding triggers to the links. This has been super helpful for me in understanding my audience. So when you have the email before it goes out, you can add triggers. So can you click add trigger, please? And then there's all these options to do when the person clicks the link. Do you want to continue? Because I just think this is super useful. And I mean, people who are used to things like Infusion and Entreport, they have some experience with something like this. But people who aren't on the more sophisticated platforms like Simplero probably have never seen something like this before. And we talk about segmenting lists. We talk about, I love how before you had mentioned they can click here, click there, that will like automatically them to subscribe them to another list. There's all kinds of really fun things that you can do here. And so I don't know if you want to maybe talk about that a little bit.
So
familiar.
So you can set it up here. So when they click the link, and the link goes wherever the link goes, now they click the link to go to Nicole's site. You can add a tag, you can add them or remove them from a list, start or stop automations, send another email, send a notification to yourself that they clicked it, send a text message, adjust their lead score. So, give them another 50 points. Now they're hot. They're very interested in what we talked about.
And can you just mention real quick, lead score is what?
So lead scoring, it's just a very simple concept where every time a contact does something, you can adjust that lead score up and down. So for example, give them 10 points and interested in Nicole, and then you can say we only, like, if they click the link multiple times, they don't get 10 points every time. So Simplero will keep a score. So now if it was 0, it's going to be 10. If it was 80, it's going to be 90. And then you can see in your contacts list, you can sort and see, well, how hot are these leads, basically. Like if they visit your site and then your pricing page and then click this link and like all these things, then they're probably pretty interested. Then you can set up other triggers that says when the lead score hits 100, do this, or like whatever number. When it falls below whatever, do something else. So it's really useful for like new people who come into your universe are going to be more, just interested in buying from you because they're fresh. And so if you can capture them right there and see, well, who's extra fresh, and maybe offer them something special. That's something that lead scoring can be used for. Yeah.
Very cool. So more engagement really than most people are used to, probably.
Yeah. So you can, like here, adjust the lead score based on whether they click. You can also set the link to expire if you were like, oh, only, if you respond within the first 3 days, and if you want to then send them to a different page, all this stuff. Another thing actually that happens, sometimes people realize that they mistype the URL. So you can actually go and edit it after the email is sent. We won't let you edit this field right now before the email is sent. You go back and edit the body of the email. But once the email has been sent, you can actually change the link live, and anyone who clicks on that link in that email after you've changed it here is going to go to the new page. So you can fix things, fix mistakes that way. You can also insert, I think, from this one, each of the automation will have a start link. So if you grab that and say, I want the Black Friday deal, and then you just insert that link. You just copy paste it, boom. Now clicking that link is just the one stop. You don't know nothing. Just click the link, and you get a page that just says, boom, you're in. That's it. And the effect is it's going to start this automation. There's a lot of people who really love this automation. Just by the way, these are internal. These are because I'm an admin. I see these guys. Normally, you don't see those, but just how easy it is to just move things around and reorganize stuff. Each of these guys, you can say things like, only run this if they have a certain tag or if they don't have a certain tag. Also, you can add little notes for yourself so you can remember why you did this, things like that. So that
can also be really great. I'm just thinking of a use case because I'm getting ready to support a friend's launch. And I know they are doing upsells and downsells. Mm-hmm. So that can be what you just showed can be really useful also in, I imagine, downselling people who are not ready for the bigger program. Is that right?
Right. Or for example, our for the Black Friday sale that we did, we had 2 offers. One was it doesn't matter, but we had 2 different offers. And so you could make a thing that says, send this email, but only if they don't have the tag that says, oh, they already used this offer. But you can still send them an email about the other offer. You can also actually, inside the email, we use that too. So you can do things like contact tags. So if contact has the tag that says whatever the tag is, Nicole offer, then we say like, you already bought this. And if they don't, we say, go buy it now. So you can customize your emails based on the tags or other things. So different people will get a different email.
That's craziness. I just learned something new.
Yeah. And this kid, I mean, if you want to, like, it's really, we have a new team member, Morton, someone who's been in our community for a long time and now has joined Simplero. And he was the one that ran the Black Friday sale. He's just like, he geeks out on this stuff. It's really fun to watch it. You
That's
can do a
awesome.
lot. It's very powerful if you want to get into that kind of thing.
And
You
speaking of
don't
that,
have to.
you guys now have concierge service as well, right? So folks who
Yeah.
come over to Simplero, I mean, there's a lot going on and it's a lot to learn. But the beautiful thing is that it does offer that opportunity to grow with your business. So that's something, like you were saying before, there's the grow plan or the build plan, and then there's the different plans. So
Yes.
um, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I can pull up the pricing page here. Build, launch, and rule the world. We like to put a little quirkiness and fun into things. So, rule the world. We like to see people rule the world. But yeah, the concierge service is really like I said in the beginning, Simplero is really, I'm going to stop the screen share for a second. Simplero is really for the people who are focused on what matters, the big rocks. The story of like, if you fill a glass with sand, then you can't fit anything. But if you fit the big rocks first, then you can actually fit the sand. Simplero is for big rock people. And so one of the best ways to do that is to hire the concierge service to help you get things set up. And we can educate you on things, or we can migrate from another system, or we can just set whatever you want up for you. And obviously our team members know what they're doing, and it just sets you up for success right out of the gate. And you're like, it's just the easy world solution, the easy world way to do it. It's actually, easy world is something I learned from Gay Hendricks, by the way.
Awesome. And I wish that this existed when I came over, because there's so many possibilities. And to be able to, what I like to help my clients with, right, is you don't need to know everything. You don't need to know all of it. So let's just
Mhm.
focus on what is going to work best for you, how to make this solution work best for you.
Mhm.
And that's what we focus on, rather than knowing everything. And that's something that I guess your concierge service provides, which I wish I had in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like keep it simple and focus on what matters, and something that they can help with too. Just like get your head around this whole thing. Like, what is it actually that I want to do? Having a sparring partner, someone that's been like through it before and know what this is all about. And actually, what we offer concierge included on the annual plan. So if you sign up for an annual contract, you'll get, depending on the plan you choose, 3 or 5 or 10 hours of concierge thrown in at no extra charge. And if you sign up through Nicole's link, we've decided to double that. So you'll be
I'm so
getting
excited. I'm so
yes,
excited.
6, 10, or 20 hours of concierge at no extra cost. So yeah,
Thank you.
that's a major boost. Like, that's really going to help you be set up for success.
Thank you for that. That's
Mm.
amazing. Um, do we want to look at some more fun stuff?
Yeah, tell me what you want to look at. By the way, you mentioned upsells and downsells, all that stuff before. You can definitely do that with some automations and emails and links and stuff and things like that. But it's also built in that,
So let's look at that. Let's look at your products and I mean, you really, again, I don't know everything because I can't know everything about this system. I have to, run my own business. So, um, but you've got the products, you've got the way for people to create membership sites on your platform, you have courses, like you guys have really up leveled so much in the last couple of years in terms of what we as um, customers can provide our customers and clients. And so I'd love for you to really just show us those highlights and like what's possible with Simplero, because you call it the best all-in-one solution. So show us all of the things, if you
all
would.
right, yeah, it's the best solution, and it happens to be all in one. Um, but yes, let's have a look at it. So here's a demo site. So there's no actual customer data here, so it's a little safer to show. So in terms of products, the way to think about this is the products are the things that say like how much you charge and when can you buy it and all these things. So here's an example of a product. It's called 12-week Mega Fit. It's fairly simple stuff, like, it has a name, tax options. If you're is somewhere outside of the US, this is massively helpful because we've tackled EU VAT and Canadian province taxes and all of that stuff, right? So um, um, a lot of the others don't have that kind of international capability of adhering to those requirements. Um, this is how do you pay for this? So installment plans or subscriptions, all that stuff. Actually, I can show you something fun, which is something that we added fairly recently for our concierge services. So concierge hours is now something called a credit. And so you can buy, it's a product here. Concierge is a credit product. And so you can specify, if you buy one, it's cost this much. If you buy 5 or more, this much. A subscription, the Black Friday deal, which is expired now. All of these things, those credits. So say you buy 10 of them, boom, now you get them for $70, or you can subscribe and get them even cheaper. And that goes, now though they go into your account, and you can see here under credits, we can see that we have 226 hours bought that we haven't delivered yet. So because we just did a sale. People use this for selling coaching sessions or anything of that sort, right? You sell the credits, and then you go and go to the contact page, and you just say, all right, now I've consumed 1 credit, like 1 coaching session, whatever you want to, whatever it is. Yeah, so that's something. In terms of for this lady here, again, so she offers this product as a one-time payment or as a payment plan. The product itself is here under content. I think it's not set up to be, but doesn't matter. Here's once you buy it, you get access to a membership site that could look like this. So I haven't actually set this up, so I forget how this is set up. But typical course runs in a number of modules. I guess there's not much in here. I think we're working on like a new example site, but just like really simple and clean. People automatically buy, automatically get login information and get access to the content. If it's a membership site or a PDF or whatever it is, or credits for coaching sessions or whatnot. And let's see here, the way that you manage, we have the membership site in here. It's called MegaFit. And I think, yeah, there we go. In here is a course. So this clearly is like 3 levels: beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Each course has a number of modules. Each module has a number of lessons, ends with a quiz. Yeah, organize them however you want, and
you also host the media here, right? So if somebody
we
wants to
do
have video in there, if they want to have audio, and actually
absolutely.
your system allows for people to get the podcast, so get the download of all of the audio without actually creating audio. Your system automatically does that from videos, right?
Yeah, it's one of those fun little things where I was, because I wrote this for myself, I was like, wouldn't it be nice if there was just automatically an audio version of every video there? Because that just makes sense in this business, right? And a podcast link, so you can just take this course, all the components, all the videos and audios, and get it on your phone as a podcast. So yeah, that we built that in, and that's automatically there. You just upload your videos, we encode them and convert them and pull out the audio and all that, and then they're ready to go.
I really like also the worksheet aspect, because that's something that you can do like a lesson, and then you have people fill in this worksheet. So it's not exactly just like a quiz. It's different from a quiz. It's something that you can
Mm.
really interact with and go back and forth and comment on with your clients or students, right?
Exactly. Yes. So the idea there again is we saw all these educators who created these PDF worksheets, right? So some page had like some text and then some like write your top three something, some lines, and then you had to fill in your own things. So we created that as a feature. So you add this section that has title, some copy, and then you can add a question of different kinds, checkboxes, radio buttons, a list, and all that stuff. And then is actually made so that if you print it, it's actually going to include those lines and make a box and all that stuff. So you can actually print it or get it, get a PDF and work with it that way if you prefer to do it by hand. But as the educator here, you just create it in here. You don't need to muck around with like Word or Pages or something and then figure out how to save a PDF and upload it and all that stuff.
Awesome. Okay, so what have I not asked you about yet? That's something that people ask about, and that, oh, maybe the marketing part?
Yeah, so there's both landing pages, and they're using the same kind of site builder that we saw. So let's see here. We have some presets.
Oh yeah, you did show us this for the opt-in box too, right?
Yeah, the embedded ones that you can put on the site, and this is a landing page that is a page on its own. Same type of editor that we saw. Where did it go here? Too many tabs at this point. Same kind of page builder that you saw on the website. So you just add all you design your page however you want it, the background, the images, like all that stuff, all the sections. There's also in the affiliate management we talked about a little bit. I don't think I can show you much here, but typical like it tracks your all the affiliates. Your affiliates get an affiliate center. You can give them instructions and specific links to things that don't have to be on Simplero. We can still track it.
That's
um,
so cool. Is there any way we can add an affiliate program right now, real quick? Are you up
we
for
have
it?
there is one here, so we can add
Okay.
you as an affiliate. Let me see here, Nicole Holland. Nicole.
And here's just a curiosity. Why does it default to Zimbabwe?
I have no idea.
I
Maybe
always wondered
this. Yeah, it normally doesn't. I wonder if like the account for whatever reason is set up as. I think
And
there must be.
something that people may not have caught as you went through that is that you can actually put in the person's PayPal address so that when it's time to pay out your affiliates, you can do it with mass pay, right?
Hmm.
If
Yes.
you're not Canadian.
So yeah, so we'll just have your where was that down here? PayPal email. Yeah.
Yeah.
So percentage you can give if we want to like say the standard commission is 20, and then we're like, let's give Nicole 30. You can do that specifically. We don't need to add tax to your payouts. Then any purchase. So then you get now you get this affiliate center here where you can see this is the product it's covered. You can link to the sales page or directly to the order form. And if you wanted to put on, say, some page on interviews that convert
Yeah.
slash something, then you just enter the URL down here, that convert.com slash her name is Jenny. Say it's that one. Hit generate. Now, if you give this link to your people, then what it's going to do is it's going to set a cookie, an affiliate cookie, and then it's going to go to your site. And
It's down right now as the Nicole Holland show is being built.
all right, that's cool. But this link, so just like whatever page you put up is still going to track the click and set the cookie so that you get your credit. You can see the how many leads, how many clicks, all these things. You can see your payouts and just keep track of what's happening there. As the admin, we can see all your purchases and what happens, and and then pay out whenever. Let me see here. Whenever there is, oh no, here. Whenever there's stuff to pay out, there's going to be a button up here. It's going to be actual info on the screen, and a button that says like, now go pay the affiliates with PayPal MassPay if you have that, and boom, everybody gets paid what they're owed at this point.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you can have multiple programs too. So it's like you can have
products for different products.
Like if you have a service and people are referring people to your service, then that could be a totally different program. And yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Another thing I think that's worth mentioning is the how can we help here? So the support. So you click this one, and then immediately you can see your recent support tickets, and then you can write to our support team right here, and then you get the responses. And the beauty is that it's completely integrated. We have your login. We can see what page you're on. We can see what you're seeing. And so we can very quickly get to help you with whatever it is that you're stuck with. It's something that we work really, really hard at providing the best support that we possibly can. We don't give specific guarantees, but we're there 24/7. We have coverage in many time zones. We're there over the weekends because a lot of our customers actually, this is a side business for them maybe, and they work on it on the weekends. So we're there when you need us, and it's something that we care a lot about.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, if people want to explore more, or like if they're already like, okay, this is amazing, it's I will have my link on my show notes page. Let's call it the NicoleHolland.com/Simplero. And that is because I'm recording it now before the website's up. So the NicoleHolland.com/Simplero. And that will take you right to Simplero.com. The reason that you want to use my affiliate code is because with an annual plan, you get double the concierge hours, which is like amazing. So
that's one reason. The other reason is that Nicole Holland is awesome, and we want to support her.
And you support the show.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Calvin, before we go, is there anything you want to, anything you still want to share about with my audience before we say goodbye?
What comes to mind is just like we get up out of bed every day, excited to get to work and do what we're doing. Like we're no external investors or funding, no exit strategy. We're not, out to, we don't have any plans of going anywhere. This is what we love doing. So we love being able to serve people, being able to see people go out in the world and making a difference to their audience. This is what we're here for. So if we get to play with you and hang out with you and do this with you, serve you in your business, we're excited.
That's awesome. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, thank you. It was fantastic to see you again.